Hi friends, this is Suzy, your Candy Crush guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 5 in Candy Crush Friend Saga's special event, the Jelly Queen, where we have 25 moves to spread the jam from 2 spots to 67 spots. And this is a special dedication to Southern Belle, who's stuck on this level. And for good reason. I played it a couple of times, and I see where all of the problems are. But I also see, I think, a promising strategy that got me very close. The problem is, playing strategically is only part of the game. We also need to have some luck on the board. Without the luck, I'm not going to win. But also, if I get a lucky board, without strategic play, I'm not going to win. So we have to combine those two. The first move is easy and obvious. I just make a color bomb here. But now I have to look at all of these different dispensers that I have to see what I can do next. I've got some licorice dispensers. Those are no fun. But if I take out licorice on a turn, generally no more licorice shows up the next turn. There's sometimes a 1 or a 2 turn delay. But I've got all of these blockers in here. So I'm going to be focusing on these dispensers if I can get to them. And hopefully these dispensers a bit more quickly. But they're not very generous. They don't show up. Those things don't show up in the beginning. The dispensers don't give us those wrapped candies. So I'm going to make some other moves, trying to break through there. And then I'm also going to focus on the fact that I've got orange to collect. And I'm going to try to use this to prompt an opportunity to set this up with a wrapped. Well, it didn't quite work the way I'd hoped, but I can bring this wrap down over to these blockers. Now, it's a jam level, and this is where my jam is, under these empty fish. And of course, the empty fish are grand as well. But I'm not going to worry so much about the jam because it's going to spread itself as I make these moves. That's just what the jam does on this level. And I've got so many blockers to worry about. If I can't get the blockers out of the way, then I can't reach the jam. Now, unfortunately, I am not making any progress with this. I'm not getting a wrapped candy to set it up with. Things are going kind of wonky, and I'm running low on moves. But if I take out all orange, I get to set her off. And then one of my strategies is, of course, to get through these blockers as quickly as possible with as many wrapped candies and blocking buster-like combos that I can. But another thing is to fill her repeatedly. If I get enough of this open, I'll get enough orange on the board so that when I set her off, she's then going to be collecting orange and refill herself. And I'm going to try to use her as a cascade if I can. Again, it's going to require luck. So now I've got this striped wrapped combo. Well, I had a striped coming down here, and I know that I've got wrapped. So if you can preserve the stripe and set it up with a wrap, you can do all sorts of wonderful things to lead you in the direction you need to go. A lot of things I could do here. I'm going to make the move that's low to the ground to encourage cascading. I'm a bit tempted to do this with the green. But I'm going to do this with the cyan blue and bring things down. Yeah. And I could do that with the green, but now I think I will take this and see what I can get done. Okay, so I've got a wrapped candy here. I don't see how to position it with another wrapped, so I'm just going to try to bring things through. There we go. There's a stripe. I mean, it's not as brilliant as the one down here, but it is going to reach all the way through here. See how now we're making progress? Look at that. So she takes off, and when she takes off, well, she only got 3 that time. But again, the more I open up, the more likely she is to be able to collect more quickly. There we go. Now we've got 13. Now here's where I need to be making the very best moves possible. What is the best choice I can make on the board? It wants me to do this, and a blue might show up through there. That might not be bad. But I'm going to come down here and take out these caramel cups and collect that orange. I can't get rid of this yellow easily. So I think I will do this and get rid of some of that licorice. And therefore I get to set off that stripe, and the stripe is also collecting the orange. Then I'll make this stripe to collect orange. So it doesn't look like things are going swimmingly for me, and I had an opportunity to make a wrapped candy that she ended up taking away. But look at this, she's filling up more now. Plus, when I make subsequent moves, we've got the opportunity to get her filled. Well, that was not, she's not filling up well here. Let's do that. There we go. Oh, man. Now she's probably going to ruin these. Yikes. Well, she ruined one. She didn't ruin it. She did take out a color. And see, we are getting somewhere. I just don't think in 2 moves we're going to get to the end. I could take out all orange and it would turn it into fish. It would also set her off. It would also cleanse the board of orange. But then the green is ready to go, and so it's probably going to explode into some fantastic things. I don't see a better move here. I could take out yellow, and that is intriguing. You know what? If I take out yellow, I bet the orange that's on the board would come together. No, I'm going to go with this. I know there's not a lot, but again, it is taking out some things, these extra layers, and it should give me then the opportunity to make that orange. And this is where I need to hope that she fills herself up again. There we go. So there's that cascading strategy that we're looking for. Beautiful. Still probably not quite there unless she can fill up again. Oh, she did. Okay. Oh, look at this. She did not fill up again. And I don't know how to get her to fill up again. But look at this. I only have this here. I could make this move or I could make this move. And I have to decide which is best and which is most likely to complete this. If this were... Oh, I've got 2. Yeah, it's probably not going to work. I'm going to go ahead and go with this one and hope that the cascading sets things off. Not quite, but you can see that we were very, very close. And what that means is we do have a sound strategy. We just need to either really pay attention to each and every move we have, or we need just a bit more luck to get it done. So I'm going to pause the recording. I'll meet you back here with a new board, and we'll try to put it all together. Okay, so we take the first no-brainer move. That one's an easy one. Now what? Well, this needs to be hit, so I can do this and try to wait and get this set up with a wrapped, but that's not going to happen, so I'll take out all orange, get me closer on this front. Of course, I've stripped all of the orange off the board, so I need to do some nice moves to bring it back. I'm going to go ahead and make a stripe and take out a stripe. Now, some people think, oh, you definitely want to do this, but I never know where that stripe is going to land, and it takes away the effect of the fish, whereas I know that this stripe is going to stay right here, and it's going to hit the fish, and the fish will do extra damage on the board. And then look at that. I've got the other stripe I made, and I can pair it up with this wrapped candy. This is a bit of good fortune here that I want to try to capitalize on here. There we go. She takes off. She's not going to collect too many orange right away, but oh no, look at that. She actually did. She collected quite a bit because she set off other things in motion. Now I don't really like the moves I have, but I will open this up a bit. Fish aren't the most productive on the board, but I didn't have a better move. It did clear out other things as I made it, and here we go again with her, and oh no, she's probably going to ruin this. Well, I say ruin. She did change the board. She did set it off, but I just wish I had the opportunity to have a little bit more control over that sometimes. All right, I'm going to go wrapped here because I can pair it with the stripe, right? It doesn't go extremely well through the licorice, but it's still going to create enough chaos on this board. We're probably going to collect the orange. Nope, not quite. But I can do this. That may not have been the best choice. I really should be evaluating each and every move. I do like this, though. It's going to take all of the orange. It's going to convert them into fish. They're going to do some damage. And then I've stripped orange off the board to concentrate everything else. Now she's going to come in and she's going to bring more orange back onto the board because she's going to be making some chaos moves here. This is what we do. I can make a wrapped here. I like that. I'm just evaluating to see if it's the best choice. I think it is, because I do need things way down here. I would love to get a green through here, but there's nothing in the offing to suggest that that's going to happen for me. So I'm going to take this move way down here. And this is where I really need the fish. If I do this, that's probably a good move. But if I just set this off, it's also a good move. I'm going to hold off a bit. I'm going to do this, make a stripe and set off a stripe. And now I'm going to do this, and see that wrapped candy is going to hit down here and have some effect, plus the fish does some damage. All right, so here we go. Don't take it out. Well, again, she sometimes does things I don't want her to. I think she might be a teenager. I could make this wrapped candy, and it's a beautiful wrapped candy. However, I don't have anything here that needs to be blown up now. I'm going to make this stripe, which sets off this fish and aligns the board so that it can do some damage here. Plus, I'm collecting orange as I go. Now, I've got 2 left, here and here. This is going to set off either here or here. So if I put these together, that's not a bad thing. It would be better if I could use the fish separately. I'm going to do this to set up another stripe when I'm done. So I do this, and then another stripe comes into position. And then I think this is all I need to do. Right? There we go. So, Southern Belle and everyone else, that is the strategy I use to beat level 5. It's not an easy one. Again, you are going to need a bit of luck. But luck in and of itself is not going to get you there. You have to play well. And I think this strategy works. Of course, though, if you find other strategies that work just as well or better, please share them. We need all of the help in this group that we can get to get past this Jelly Queen. If you have any other questions or comments, put those below. If you find that these are helpful, I'd ask that you consider liking and subscribing. And as always, thank you so much for watching.